Hi guys, Bailee from Create Your Future here. I am a law of assumption coach and I am here to help you awaken your inner euphoria in order to get everything you guys want. We still have our contest going on and the details are in the description box below, so be sure to check it out. Also, if you are wanting a relationship or wanting to get contact you would like from anyone, check out my courses that are also going to be linked down below for you guys. I am currently running a sale on my courses throughout the entire month of November, so sign up now to get the relationship before the holidays. I also, if you haven't already seen, just dropped another course on how to get rid of a third party if you found yourself to create anything standing in the way between you and your desires. So as always, if you guys have any topics that you want me to touch on, please feel free to comment down below because it literally just always helps me out. So today, guys, I'm actually going to switch up from my usual topic and talk about manifesting and success. Now, this can be in the form of your own business, maybe you're moving up in a job, or just identifying yourself with success. I have personally worked with multimillionaires on how to increase their income and sustain it. I've helped honestly hundreds of people start up and succeed in their own small businesses, and I've helped many people manifest money out of thin air after seeing all of these things for myself and helping people. My goal is for anyone that maybe was even like myself at the time to understand you guys can do, have anything that you want to, and that being successful does not come to only a certain small selection of people. So, my agenda today is to help you guys discover any blocks that you may have that are maybe preventing you from becoming the most successful version of yourself and living the life of your dreams. Okay, so one of the very first things that I want you guys to realize is this always stems from the mindset you're carrying within yourself. It is very, very important to understand whatever it is you're investing in or trying to promote is always going to benefit someone else, okay? So this could be anything from selling art that has meaning for someone to put in their house, or maybe you want to be the best chef, or maybe you have your own clothing line. You know, lots of people are going to take into experience even just something that's aesthetically pleasing and helps add to themselves feeling like they're living a luxurious lifestyle, or even just, the lifestyle of their dreams. So it does not matter, because you first just really want to understand the value that you hold and the value you're giving to someone else to be able to experience this thing. So, I mean, maybe you're in the process of starting something, you could have the idea, but maybe you don't know how to pursue it, or you're just stuck in a stagnant place, then this video is going to be for you guys. And I really want you guys to understand that there's honestly more than enough wealth, abundance, success, whatever you guys want to call it, for every single person. And it isn't limited. And I don't want you guys to be stuck maybe in the mentality that you're just this unlucky person not meant for it, okay? Because you are going to experience this lifestyle as you should, because you deserve it, I deserve it, literally everyone deserves to experience this, okay? So I want you guys to understand too, I have personally been on the side of both ends, being stuck in a stagnant in my own work, along with just experiencing the opposing side of having an overabundance and steady flowing success, okay? So let's go ahead, and I want us to dive right into one of the things that maybe could be preventing you from experiencing this type of lifestyle. So the first thing that you guys have to do, and you honestly have the advantage of doing right now in this moment, is switching who you identify yourself with. And for me, I was personally identifying myself as having to work multiple jobs to sustain an okay income. And I mean, both jobs were mediocre. I was okay, but I wasn't in the situation that felt like it was the best for me. I had good relationships within the company, but it wasn't fulfilling me in the ways that I expected it to be. And I found myself to be in a very victim mindset, and I was not feeling abundant in, absolutely any way. I honestly felt really, really lost, and like all of my dreams were far-fetched and maybe something I could attain in the future if I kept up with this hardworking, busy mentality. So The first thing that I did when I was looking into law of assumption was I understood that I'm not identifying myself as the person who has what she wants. And at first, that is okay because I honestly feel like anyone wanting to go on a whim and maybe start their own business or promote an idea to their company, it is completely normal to feel that way in the beginning because it is, unknown territory at this point and something completely new to you. So, what I took when I was studying the law at first, though, was if you know anything about it, I mean, even just the basics of law of assumption, then you understand that your beliefs and your mindset around your work field, but also the beliefs about yourself, is really going to dictate how this process ends up being for you. And the part that you're experiencing right now is where your old beliefs have materialized themselves into your 3D. And that's where you're going to be seeing things currently. So don't get discouraged at all, by this process. So if you aren't yet carrying yourself with the concept of being someone maybe who is a leader, who is very influential and successful, I mean, even simply as a winner, you need to obtain that new concept of yourself. So I want you guys to ask yourself right now, how am I viewing myself in relation to my business or work? Okay, so go ahead and comment down below if you're able to maybe recognize anything within yourself that you noticed is reflecting onto your current 3D that could be serving as a block for your success. And I really want you guys to understand too, you're not alone, because when I first started, I was panicking, kind of thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm so broke. How on earth am I going to get my next client if I don't get this or that? I'm going to be screwed. I won't be able to do this. I have a birthday coming up. I have these bills coming up. What am I going to do? I mean, I was honestly allowing myself to go into complete survival mode of the panic side of it, but I didn't realize that this was hindering me more than helping me, because I had to, in that moment, start identifying as someone who had all the clients I needed and more. My work is so successful. I add so much value to everything that I promote, And I feel like too, like when you look into it, anyone with any successful business or product, people are always going to start to ask them that one question, what is your story? So I want you guys to start to ask yourself, what is the story I'm telling myself right now? What would your life be like if you were successful in it? What are people saying to you? How are people acting around you? What are they thinking of you? What do you think of yourself? How do you feel? What are you doing day to day? Okay, so I want you to get very, very specific on the new story you're telling yourself about your business or your career, okay? So what does success look like in your life, and how are you identifying yourself within it? Okay, so that could just be a really simple exercise that you guys practice, but it's gonna get you really familiar with saturating your mind and completely embodying this new role of being successful. Okay, so I want you guys to understand that your mindset is going to dictate your actions and experiences that you're gonna have, because it's something that comes naturally after you maybe script your new story and start to affirm with thoughts of this new version of yourself, because I personally didn't force anything at all. I just got little nudges and urges to take different actions in order, to promote things or have run-ins with different people, okay? Because this isn't a process that is all butterflies and rainbows, because you guys are going to find yourself in situations that aren't really comfortable at first, and that's okay, because if you're comfy with not having consistency in clients, or maybe going live or doing seminars or being in front of groups of people in person, selling something, promoting it online or maybe in person, whatever the reasons are, I want you guys to understand that you're not going to be able to grow if you don't push yourself outside of whatever is in your comfort zone. And the reasons you're able to succeed and thrive in your business and become so successful is because you're going to be doing things so differently and entertaining ideas that this current version of you probably couldn't even dream of doing, So if you begin to push yourself in new opportunities and thinking from the perspective of being this super successful person, you're going to notice those people are thriving and having success, okay? So just know that temporary uncomfortability is going to be a lot better than living a comfortable life making ends meet through hustling. And if you really want to, be the change or see the change to come in, you simply have to just understand that everything in your 3D right now is an illusion, anyways, and it's never as scary as the projection in your mind, okay? Because I've been there, and I feel like almost every single person trying to change this particular aspect of their life has been, but I just want to help be that voice to help you guys understand, because I really didn't have that support at all. I just knew that what I was teaching myself after I saw small results or even the slightest shifts, I knew in that moment, I'm more than capable to do this. So it's so easy for you to honestly become stuck, and just because your mind is so comfy doing what it's always done for you. Therefore, any sort of change you're bringing into it is going to feel pretty uncomfortable, because you're just breaking a habit in your mind, and it's honestly a bit awkward, but you're going to see the change because it will eventually become something so natural for you to do. So I want you guys to ask yourself, what is the story I'm telling myself right now in relation to my success, and go ahead and reply in the comments down below. Maybe you can even inspire others, or they can relate to your new story. A lot of this is going to be able to really just help you guys as you maybe read something that was similar, or spark something to uncover a block as well. So feel free to comment down below, okay? Another topic that I want to hit that is something really, really easy is micromanaging your manifestation, okay? Because it is so easy to begin to pinpoint and focus on all the things either going wrong or things you still need to do in order for your business to succeed. And I want you guys to really put in perspective, like, it could take one video to go viral and everyone's raving about you. You could sell one product and make a complete fortune off of it. You could have a small following and still make the money you need for your business, okay? You do not need to make this harder for yourself and set these expectations of having maybe the world's biggest clientele to be successful at first, because it can grow into that if that's what you want, but don't allow your 3D to hinder you from still being that most successful version of yourself, because direction is more important than speed. And if you get out of the habit of needing this instant gratification, you're going to allow this process to flow so much easier than you're making it out to be. So keep focusing on why you're wanting to promote this thing, or why it matters so much to allow this route to honestly take you to success. Because when you are super passionate about something, you're going to have people with the same interests come into your reality and be drawn in by your story behind it, or the vibe you're giving off when presenting your ideas. You did not have this desire within you to do this if it wasn't supposed to be manifested into your reality. So I want you guys to just really get comfortable with that idea, as well as understanding pretty much like the easiest way to shift into this mindset is to get really into detail with yourself of what you'll be focusing on when your business takes off, or when you achieve that success that you're going after, because you'll be mainly focusing on new ways to grow, or how to market the product, or even just yourself, okay? So just know this whole process is growth and can only get better from here, because you're going to be growing with your business. So don't keep allowing yourself to look at maybe current circumstances and let them hold you back, but look at yourself thriving, okay? Don't allow it to look in the distance of understanding it's happening right now. So keep focusing on your inner success and not the current 3D, because your inner belief system is going to reflect dominantly in how your business is running or how your clientele is going. You genuinely have to focus on making those inner shifts so you can grow as well. And I will admit it was something that I struggled with as well, because I was letting myself choke when I got uncomfortable with the things I was having to do on the way to get successful. You have to break those patterns through in order to allow your 3D to reflect your inner success, because before I got with Create Your Future, I was making videos and coaching, but I refused to post my face or do any video calls. I was only helping people over messaging and emails, and I was making like super cool graphic content because I knew that would sell, but it did have a good following and I was doing okay in my business, but I had so much more potential to grow and actually make content, sharing my words with a face. And I will will admit, I was really insecure and I thought that people are going to pick me apart. And honestly, even when I started on here, if you watch some of my very first videos, you can just see I knew what I was talking about, but I wasn't being authentic to myself. I was talking like super quiet and I was focusing so hard on my words and like staring at myself in the screen that I ended up reading comments, saying like, oh, you're reading off screens. And I would just let anything mean tear me apart, But now I honestly couldn't care less because everyone is you pushed out. So they're only going to say what I'm thinking about myself, anyways. So you have to pull yourself out of this fear of rejection mentality because who cares? And someone like me, if I could shift that perspective, like trust me guys, you can too. So I want you to understand, if you think you're the best and accept yourself fully, the rejection story cannot interfere with it. Even if a few old thoughts slip through, in the form of maybe a few companies say no to you or you get a few nasty comments, it doesn't mean they can't call back and offer you what you want or change their opinion on you completely, okay? So when you're so focused on embodying this new version of yourself, you're going to be so focused on success, you're not going to be able to even have time to let the 3D deter you from your vision. So if you are feeling any sort of maybe reservations in regards to doing something, just unpack it for a little bit, okay? Because it could be maybe it's fear of failure or rejection, or maybe it's just the idea of doing something you've never done before or looking silly, okay? You're going to make it a new habit and you'll feel comfortable doing it eventually because practice makes perfect, right? So now, guys, I honestly would like to share a success story from someone that I've been working with manifesting their small business, and it's a really awesome story. So it says, Bailee and I have had many talks relating my business and selling my artwork. My old belief was that I could not achieve my goals because in my head I was always telling myself that my dreams were far-fetched and it would only be something I would do as a hobby in my life. I would tell others that I was trying to start a business, and I continued to complain about anything that was happening as to receiving little to no orders. At this point, I had many doubts in my career and in myself and considered stopping doing what I loved. After talking with Bailee, she had told me to affirm and act as if I already had everything I wanted with my career and business. Bailee also had advised that I start by telling others that I do have a business rather than saying I'm trying to pursue one or having conversations surrounding complaints. I continued to persist that I had the best business that I could ever imagine. I affirmed that everyone enjoyed and loved the things that I make. I started a journal and I wrote down a story of success along with writing down affirmations and goals that I was going to achieve by the end of that week and month. I started to tell myself and other people that I have a business instead of saying that I had been trying to get one. Each week talking with Bailee, I had continued to notice I was receiving several orders on my things and continued getting compliments from others about my artwork. After meeting with Bailee once again, she had told me to continue with my affirmations and to visualize my end goal. I started to visualize myself in a shop selling my things. By continuing to do this, I have gotten offers from 2 different boutique shops to sell my artwork all in the same week. I have grown in hundreds of followers and have been intending to see them all share my work. My reviews have been raving and my clientele is growing daily. I am beyond amazed at the results I have gotten and the tremendous growth in my business. Receiving these manifestations from Bailee has ultimately helped me change my career as I continue to see my business flourish every single day. Thank you so much, Bailee. I am honestly so beyond excited for this client as she was able to turn her passions into work. And that is one thing that she kept stressing over and over was that she wanted her job to never feel like work. And now she's receiving just that. So I intend that her story really helps anyone watching to know your next and your business idea taking off, maybe getting a promotion, or just anything pertaining to being successful in your eyes, okay? So Now I want to talk about just getting a game plan for success. Now, something that I would suggest is to either write out your ideal version of yourself. So, what you're going to go into detail about your entire experience using your five senses. Okay, so what are people saying to you? How do they feel? What are you doing? What are you thinking about? All of those things. And let this be something that you read to yourself in the morning and at night to really embody this version of yourself, because it's going to really help whenever you're doing your affirmations to cancel out your old story that you have. Now, if you're not big on writing, you can always record a voice note and just play it when you have free time, or maybe even as you're sleeping. Okay, so whatever works the best for you. I would also suggest, just like I did with this client, to set intentions or mini goals for the week and month. And this could be something like, I intend to have 100 new clients today, or I intend to make $5,000 weekly from my product, okay? So let these be something that you review with yourself when you wake up in the morning, is usually when I do my intentions. I don't want you guys to get caught up on not seeing overnight success or instant gratification and allow that to be your reason for giving up, okay? I want you to focus on how amazing the business or even just you are doing, and allow that to be the only thing that you're going to be focusing on, okay? Because I want you guys to understand that the wealth or luxury lifestyle you're manifesting in, you probably are wanting it after seeing someone else receive it. So don't think that you can't get it as well. Don't hesitate to shoot and aim high for the amounts of money or wealth you want, because you should not feel guilty for it. You deserve that lifestyle too if you want it, okay? No one is gonna be hurt in the making of this except for maybe your pockets and wallets, and that's the bottom line, okay? So the story you carry in regards to money comes into a play. So make sure that you carry the belief, money loves me as much as you love it. And there's always more than enough to go around, and your success is only honestly going to be helping others. So allow that to be the story that you guys are focusing on, okay? So maybe even an example story that you can use to help manifest your business would be something like, I am so grateful for the loads of success that is just pouring at my feet. I have the most amazing clients who are always leaving me the best reviews and promoting me to all their friends and family. I hold so much influence and value. People are honestly willing to pay anything for what I have to offer, because money just loves me so much, and my wealth helps every single person around me. I personally always knew I was destined for this amount of success. I can have months off at a time and still live the most lavish life. I love working with only my rules and my way of life, okay? So something like that, don't make this more hard than what it needs to be, okay? And if you guys want more help with this, I offer one-on-one coaching or other videos down below that you guys can feel free to check out on this topic. So if you guys have found this video helpful, it would be very helpful if you guys like or comment down below, because I love hearing your feedback. You guys are the absolute best. Remember, everyone is you pushed out, and you are more than deserving to have the luxurious life of your dreams and be successful. So keep focusing on what it is you do want, and remember to give yourself grace and be grateful for the journey you are on. I intend that these stories and this work and techniques really help you guys, and that the story of success really help push you guys to understand that you're next, and you're going to be so successful and more successful than you can even possibly imagine right now, okay? So I hope that this video really sparked something, you guys learned something instantly, and you receive all of your manifestations and more. Goodbye, love bugs, and I will see you next time.